Are done, and it's time to debut for the Under-19s National League at national finals for the first time. Aiding the development, the best from across the country, not split north and south, to a 10-team league. Even with quarterfinals at the weekend, 4 teams made it through the first round of playoffs to get themselves to this stage. The first game, the #1 seed, the champions, the league champions, the first ever Under-19s National League champions, the Nottingham Lions, take on the 4th seed, the Haringey Hounds. The Lions 15-1-2 this season. The Hounds with 10 wins, a draw and 7 losses, sets the stage for our first. Already then, for the opening face-off of the Under-19 semi-finals, Nottingham versus Haringey, sticks down, puck shot down, we're off. First face-offs won by the London-based side as Powell tries to play it down the line and gain the zone. And the Lions, the majority of them played senior hockey. Most of them in NIHL 1. 3 years in a row they've made playoffs. 2 years with a large portion of this unit. Some of them playing Lions too. Then Haringey have a mix of national talent. There's going to be an early chance towards Birchall. That goes past him, up towards Alton Shaw. He tries sending that one down low. Backhand and it's in! Striking! The back early, Luke Birchnell. The Lions work it quickly. Their senior experience showing off. And it's taken 31 seconds and the Lions lead. Straight away moving it quickly with this second line, back over the blue line. This with Daniel Farievs. Not played for the Lions senior team, but playing for D-side as that's pushed aside by Max van Mullum. He's going to be a key for this Haringey side. There's going to be a whistle to clear Adam Clark out of the crease. But Max van Mullum played his senior hockey with the Romford Buccaneers, had some time with the Romford Raiders in the National League as well. Was the netminder of the tournament of the Under-18 World Championships. Got a 93 save percentage in this competition, the GB Under-18's netminder. Liam Peters, England Under-17, international experience within depth for this Nottingham side, whether it be England or Great Britain.
Score number 74, Luke Birchall. Assisted by 11, Ewan Woodward.
Haringey, 3 years in a row they've made it to the national finals in one age group or another. That's straight on towards Van Mullum and he'll hold on to it. 18:32 to play here in the first period. Top line back out there for the Lions, trying to work it quickly. Missed check there by Rowlands. And it's straight back up to Alton Shaw. Sends one towards the net of Van Mullum, but it's pushed aside. Now working down, looking for their first offensive opportunity here, Haringey, with Carla Tuazim. Now battling away is Emil Savvy. Alton Shaw, great stick pushes that aside, tied up by Alex Rushby, the top point scorer in this competition, 38 goals and 45 points. He's got nearly double the next person behind him. Been on a 2 over the Peterborough Phantoms, and that just bobbles over the net. But he's also played at the start of the year the pre-season matches of the Nottingham Panthers in the Elite League, nothing else from that. But did make a great showing for himself in those 3 games he played in the top team for Nottingham. Birchnell moving it back quickly to Rushby. Can't be pushed off. The puck is over a point a game in an IHL 1-2. 2 seasons in a row. Off have a record for most points in a single year by an under 18. But he misses that pass as it splits his own D. As Regan Kidd heads to the bench, Josh Rowlands will collect. Now Peters. Tries to play it off the stick of Alfie Stone. And it plays down in Cardiff. The joys of this National League as well. There's players from all around the country that may play for a normal Div 1 or Div 2 side, but I don't have a national side. I've been able to be called up, aid in the development, like we have seen with obviously Van Mullum in between the goal for Haringey. There's a big hit there by Carla Tuazim sitting down Rowlands, and Adam Clark nearly returns the favour. And Adam Clark in IHL 2 has had a fight this year. The 19-year-old. He's a strong player, Clark. Trying to dangle between the referee's legs is in an awkward position for Fadievs. 2 games with the MK Lightning, as well as he's going to send a one-time low. Adam Clark can't tip that in. So again, National League experience. The best that Haringey have is NIHL 1, but the majority of them NIHL 2 of the Hounds or Lee Valleys. That one's just over the bar. A quick release. This time by Fadievs. The Lions growing in nicely. Can't be controlled by Keller, pushing forward, but he moves off Harrison Meyer, the former Canadian AA player of the Weyburn Wings. First year in Nottingham, down as a university student. Been one of their imports all year. Just offside. Received the wrong side of the blue line. I'll have a quick pause as the referees have been called to the timekeepers. First real look at his third line for Nottingham. As Haringey will collect it down in their own zone. Max Vinakov, he's a one to watch for the future. Expect him to cause some issues. England under 17s player. Got 7 points in an IHL 1 this year from 19 games with the Romford Buccaneers. Got 8 goals in this competition. Vinakov will certainly look to create some issues. Although crossing over his teammate there is going to allow it to trickle down towards Harry Molson, but a wayward pass only finds Kafizov. Can't gain the blue line. It's a good stick by Mayer. And Etuazin will control again in his own zone. Ryan Lee, a slow press. Doesn't force a turnover. That's a great stick. The D-man usually is moving up to a forward. There's his physical side there as there's the body check. Kidd moves it across to Rushby as this top line's back out. Great feed to the lone goal scorer Birchnell. But he's pressed well. Birchnell trying to cut back up to the top, straight into the glove. Van Mullum sees that. We'll get a whistle with 14:02 to play here in the first period. Quick one-timer, brilliant work, and Woodward denied by Van Mullum. It's not often plays like that workers planned, and it didn't quite, but it fed right through. It was a clean win by Rushby, and right up, and Woodward wants it again. And Haringey a bit wiser to it, don't leave the gap open. Birchnell sends that one aside, it's tipped wide though by Yates. Woodward misses on the forecheck. Haringey able to break out. It's a great pass across towards Novick. Centering through, but no one's there. Ortonshaw with a stick lift to push away Beldakos, the Greek international. It's a clever pass attempted, but not wise to it. This top line of Rushby, Woodward and Bircham is going to be so hard to shut down. Under-19s Division 1 national champions last year. And 2 years in a row before that, under-16s national champions. So the past 3 times that this core unit has been to I Sheffield, they've been victorious. Including a brilliant semi-final 2 years ago against Haringey. A game-tying goal by Ewan Woodward with 2 minutes to go, forced overtime before he beat the Leeds Junior Knights in an all-North final in 2024. Rowlands can't keep that in hard off the boards. He'll just have to dump that into the corner for safety. There's a missed stick check there by Liam Peters, trying to push through between the bodies. It's Kafizov, but he's quickly poached upon, and Josh Blackwood sandwiched between a couple bodies, and it's lifted down towards Nozinov. The game starting to steady out here. This older Lions group, like Leeds, have gears. Let's see how many they can go through. Adam Clark with a good move round one. He shoots wide of the net. Van Mullum doesn't even flinch at it. Now he starts to try and get his hands moving. Now Blackwood out for the other way. He's got 8 goals and 11 points this campaign. So certainly pose an offensive threat. So will Kafizov with his 13 as he's brought down. That will draw a penalty. And the first power play of the game, as we approach halfway through the first, is going to go to the Haringey Hounds. And Harry Molsom's going to have to sit for 2 minutes. So 2 minutes for tripping then, as Haringey will look to get back level. 31 seconds is all it took for the Lions to score. Since then it's been a little quiet, but the mishandle is punished by Rushby as he loops that down the length of the ice. As Van Mullum comes out to play it. (50-50) one out by Haringey, as again a mishandle was trying to be poached on by Rushby. That's straight up into the wheelhouse though of Novick, and that allows backcheckers to get in, as it was briefly a 4-on-2 moving forward, but Beldakos laying off, and Kembry with the save. Back door wide open, can't be put in. I think it was Yates who had it wide open. There's a handy rebound that he saw at the last second. Norton Shaw's had his stick whacked out his hands. He wants a penalty, but nothing's given. There's 40 seconds left on the power play. Beldakos brought in, and a drop pass into no man's land, but doesn't have much weight on it, so Blackwood can collect it before it goes offside. Trying to centre it, but Orton Shaw will tidy it up, and it's a loose one. The Lions can't clear it out again, though. Good work by the Hounds, and Keller now rushing that pass with 15 seconds left. Blackwood off the body of Orton Shaw. And to Regan Kidd as he clears it down again.
Lions returns at full strength.
We're back to 5-on-5. Adam Clark can't control that, and Kafizov will try and gain the zone again. He'll do so. He's stood up by Peters, but he gets past the Lions 58. Rowland's off the board again, kept in. Quick one-timing shot, an awkward deflection from Benson, but away from the trouble of Kembry. Savvy, tied up by Clark. It breaks free though in favour of the Hounds play, but only into the corner. And Lions still stuck in their own zone briefly. Misplay there by Stone. Kafizov stuck on his backhand. Over the bar that goes. Now trying to punish on the change. Adam Clark instead will collect and dump it in, and have a fresh legs. Full change coming out of forwards as the Lions are going to give Haringey a bit of time on the puck as we into the final 8 minutes of this first period. A towards him. Just a bit of a miscommunicated move, brought down, no callers. Birchnell was sent spinning. Woodward tried pushing forward, he's ran out of room there. Out in front, but Rushby's gone all the way around the back. Woodward misses the hit. Haringey again. They've grown into this game nicely. They've looked good here, the Hounds. The Lions not been able to win any of these 50-50s. Don't look out of second gear as of yet, though. Can't be taking Haringey for granted, though, as obviously we've seen a couple of years ago. The majority of this side did push them all the way to overtime at 16s. Well kept in by Nozanov, wristed in through traffic. He's going to bounce awkwardly out towards the two of him, trying to scoop onto his backhand. A peculiar play when he had it on his forehand. There was no reason to switch up there. Missed check there as Kidd tries to get himself out of trouble. A high hit. Arm stays down for the referee. Took low and crashing onto Kembry. Still keeps it out though. Orton Shaw's been caught high, no call. Now we picked up and Rushby moving forward. A couple of scrappy moments from both sides with no calls. Rushby trying to get his edges open. Player stamps on the puck. It does him a job though. That was Nozanov still back with Rushby. Backdoor there and Birchnell again. Well, the Lions get a bounce to go their way. And it's Rushby to Birchnell once more as the Lions double their lead with 6:30 left in this opening period. It's not had the most energy, not had the most fight. Late hit there, and that nearly drew a reaction. Adam Clark, we said he likes the physical stuff. They'll certainly bring it on this second line. Alongside the likes of Liam Peters as well, don't mind it. And you see Clark charging in again. You wonder what's coming here. Can't win the puck back, but a dodgy pass cross ice. Finds Liam Peters for the Lions. And a missed hit onto him. This time it was by Ben Beldakos, the big Greekman. 18 games in NHL 1 of the Chelmsford Chieftains. Great reception through the legs there by Fadievs. Out-muscled on the boards though. Beldakos goes hard too onto Clark. This line's been out for a good minute here already. Can't win the 50-50 Rollers. Tried getting smart on Norvik. I'll just try and settle this down with Liam Peters. Fadievs just negates the icing and allows for a change. It's gone full circle back in towards the Lions zone, as this time Haringey on a change and Charlie Stone's got his head up. He spots the gap there. Can't quite connect tape to Ryan Lee. And back out they come. Molson tripped up there, nothing given. And Stone evades the pressure, and Molson again tied up. And him and Kafizov with a little bit of something for each other. Ryan Lee down into the corner waiting for an option. He's found a chance, and Van Mullum stands tall, and Ryan Lee a little bit cheeky. He crashes in, trying to draw a penalty perhaps, or some mind games. Out towards Regan, Kidd moving it quickly again. This top line deflected before Woodward could drive the net. Was kicked out by a Tourism. Although it's a dodgy pass going D to D, nearly opened up Birchall an option again, and that awkward bounce off everything from Woodward. Rushby out in front, little pump fake, net falls right off. And they took it in, but the whistle had gone before the shot, and it'll be a no-goal. A whistle again, blowing the play dead. Issue of the net pegs. Or just under 4 minutes rather to play, as that comes all the way out and towards the Lions zone off the face-off. Good hustle by Haringey, and the Lions have to get back quickly. Rushby, great stretch across towards Birchnell. Woodward trying to drive the net. Man marking well, doesn't really give him an option there. Smartly defended by Haringey, although Birchnell popping out in front. Moving the puck really well here. Now up towards Orton Shaw. Kidd's open on the wing, but we'll send it back down low, waiting for a trailing in again of Birchnell looking for the hat-trick. It draws a penalty though, straight through traffic. It's saved by Van Mullen, but back with Birchnell. And we'll get a sixth player out there, closing up the gap, and there should be another penalty there too, as Woodward tripped up along the way. And it is going to be a 5-on-3. And you see the 2+2, like that. It's going to be 5 on 3. Committed a penalty. He's going to be 2+2 is a rather bizarre passage of play that comes out to Orton-Shaw, trying to move it quickly. So it's Caden Keller. Oh, sorry, Kevin Keller. So it'll be 4 minutes of 5 on 4 instead of 2 minutes of 5 on 3. The Lions with their first power play of the game. Kidd brings this forward. Has been the quarterback on a power play for the Lions. Seen his tight angle shot off the mask, and we'll get a whistle for that. So Bertrand will take this face off as he looks for a hat trick in this game already. And just letting Max van Mullen get set again. Another face-off where the Lions just miss the players out at the blue line, have to get set back up. Can't be kept in of the Regan Kidd pressure, back out to Orton-Shaw. And Rushby just brings it onside despite being tied up. Can't dangle past Cooper. He'll send this down the length of the ice. As Kembury comes out to play it. Round to Rushby. Takes a hit, gets back up now. Across to Kidd. Trailing in again. Rushby kicked aside though by Van Mullen. Orton-Shaw, this time quarterbacks it in, round towards Stone. Rushby to Fadievs. Got to be careful in the crease here, Orton-Shaw, not normally his position. They'll be cleared out again. So still short-handed Haringey chancing with a two-as him. Blocked by Orton-Shaw. Now move it quickly. Rushby being stood up by Powell, waiting for the trailing in, trying to get fancy and nearly finding Orton-Shaw. And again, Kidd can't put it in as the net comes off. Rushby. Lions still trying to find a third on this power play. Kidd. Straight into glove of Van Mullen this time. I said it's going to be crucial for them. And so far he's keeping it a tight affair. Kidd. Leaping down. Collected as again trying to go across, but that's going to be it then for the first period. Lions leave away, but haven't had it all their way. So going to the first period break. Aside from Nottingham, leading by 2-0. To get back underway then in this first semi-final, second period. Off and away. Took a long time with the not the net mining issues, the issues with the net. The Lions still have time on the power play. That goes all the way down, and there's going to be some afters, and Baldacos is going to go to the box here, surely. We're going to take both of them. Well, we are. It was Woodward who got jumped by Baldacos. See what the official calls are. There's going to be 2 each for roughing. There was about 50 seconds left on the initial penalty for Keller. Well, the discussions continue at 13 seconds in. Think potentially Haringey needs someone else into the box. Is it Nottingham? It is going to be Nottingham needing someone. We'll wait for the official calls. But it's going to be a Haringey power play. Then we're going to have 4-on-4 for a bit. Rushby's going to work it out, and Birchnell charges forward, trying to feed it back through. He's pushed hard there by Reinhardt. That's McClellan wearing a Christian Reinhardt jersey. And Haringey push it forward with a 2-as-in. Shot taken away by Kidd, sails wide, so penalty for Haringey. It's offside, goes Birchnell. But it's number 34, Ben Baldacos, 2 minutes for roughing. And Ewan Woodward's a 2+2. One for unsportsmanlike. I'm guessing the others for roughing it is indeed. And worked out by Birchnell again. This time he's able to split them. He's matched for speed by Cameron Powell. Brought down, no penalty. Rushby tries to dig it out, back with Birchnell. Can't feed it through to the line. Starboys. Van Mullum comes out and jumps on top of the puck. We'll get another face-off. One-timer from Peters straight into glove of Van Mullum. He'll play Van out. We're finally out of the first minute of the second period. Vinnikov.
2 minutes from sportsman.com.
That's cleared all the way down.
13 seconds.
And now Haringey with Keller out of the box, have a power play. Novick feeds it through, Blackwood aids it getting over the blue line, trying to charge forward and bring it back to a one-goal game on the back door. Just stuck in the wheels of Blackwood. They'll be cruised out by Stone as he chased onto this, but Novick gets this back out wide. Blackwood having to play with it for just a minute. Powell to Vinnikov. Up the boards, and a heavy touch off the leg of Powell, and Stone will get it back on side, moving short-handed between bodies. It's a lovely work. The puck just out of reach, still trailing Invo, can't find Fadievs. He'll still pick up the loose puck, and the power play over as Nottingham have 5 out there again. Orton Shaw, back low, trailing in a couple of bodies there. Neither of them could get on the puck, and it's Fadievs again trailing in. Stone poked aside, and Orton Shaw will have to collect through neutral ice. Quick little feed. Stone mishandles that though. Now we'll have a chance again through traffic. He moves it, wins out the first 50-50. Two of them stronger on the hands for the second. Down it comes off of Regan Kidd's leg, so the icing waved off, and it's well controlled by the former Sheffield junior as he plays this, or attempts to play it down the boards, but the Swede tours him does well again to keep it rolling. The rebound's there, can't be put in as Kembry full stretch keeps it out. Glove down by Benson on the blue line. Haringey still with chances in this game. Lions only been able to score 2. Van Mullen's been excellent for them so far, and keeping it as tight as it has in the first period. Birchnell can't get it between Baldacos. Out the box, he'll move forward, missing on the wrist shot as he wound up for it. Cooper still there though, off the skate to Baldacos. He'll turn and shoot, but straight into the chest of Kembry. The Lions still wait for Ewan Woodward to come out of the box. Save made straight off the face of Haringey. Being offered up chances here, the Lions, but no way near their best. Just onside as Rushby's the wrong side of Powell as he tries to pick his pocket. Will do so, but him and Birchnell cross over, and that allows Kafizov to make the most. The poor bit of teamwork, the rare poor bit of teamwork between those two as Nozinov gets it onside, blocked briefly by Birchnell, but kicked aside by Kembry. Another save to his tally. Lifted over the top. Flashy play attempted, but misses where Alex Rushby is. Well played there by Stone to find Rushby, getting top line minutes whilst they wait for the next whistle to get Ewan Woodward out the box, across to Orton Shaw, this time down at the hash marks. Centering through the back door, can't be put in by Rushby or Birchnell as it went from post to post. And Stone has going to be a trip, and that is a silly play to be making there. He's just left his leg out, and as Woodward's out, back in goes another player, and I think Alfie Stone. Knows the mistake he did there. And the Cardiff junior very frustrated with himself. So another power play chance for Haringey to get it back to a one-goal game. It was a great attempt, great vision to spot the drifting Benson, but instead Fadievs is going to charge in deep. He's pushed hard into the boards, a couple of protests from the Lions. He'll be happy to hold it here though. He'll go hard as well and force it out of the Haringey zone, and seconds will be killed off. And even more as actually it's iced by the Hounds. And it tours him. In onside, Blackwood drives on it, now pulls away as that shouldered up into the netting by Kembury. Rimmed all the way round again, seconds killed off, minute and 10 left. Beldacos. We approach halfway in this first under-19 semi-final. Kidd battles against the two players, putting the pressure on. Birchnell comes to assist. It falls back to the hands of Beldacos, though, swivelling around, only gives it up to Rushby. And he gets past his man as well, getting back hard is Benson. He's got 3 to contend with. Still charging in short-handed. Van Mullen makes a save but loses sight of the puck. And out it comes again. The Greek international poked away by Rushby. Loosely collected, and Birchnell might be off to the races here. He's got power to contend with. He winds up one instead. This is going to kill off basically the rest of the penalty. And Nottingham in the end had more shots on goal that time round than Haringey did. And it comes out and just out of reach for the tip in. That time was Cooper's. Is filtered across by McClellan. 50-50, won by Rushby, couldn't get a pass across to Birchnell in time, so they'll still set up, trailing in Stone, and gloved down by Van Mullen, and he'll hold on. Peters. Lions looking for their first goal of the period. Haringey yet to get one in the game. It's been more physical than anything so far. Nearly bringing his man down, Vales Fanniev's got to be careful for the hook. Zebedee Gee, the New Zealander, played in the New Zealand second division. First year in the UK. Last year as a junior, but import trained. As we might get a little bit of something afterwards as Van Mullen covers that up again. It's steadying off a little bit. Quick shot off the face-off there. Woodward was wound up and missed it at an hour towards him. They're trying to send Regan Kidd into a spin. The pass just the wrong side of Blackwood. Sticks, it's caught in his wheels, played down. Is it going to make it for icing? It's going to plug, so Vinikov has to play out. Towards him. Yates winds up. It's a great shot, but straight into the chest. Kembry gives no rebound. Norton Shaw brings it out, and Birchnell trying to play it across to Woodward. Just not fully syncing up as Beldakos has his pocket picked by Birchnell as they tangle up hard. It's going to be a 2-on-1 down low. Forcing wide, doesn't allow the pass to come out to McClellan, but the back door appearing out of nowhere is Oliver Cooper. Just teleports into the danger position. And whilst the Lions were looking at the two that had gone round the houses, Cooper appears and it's back to a one-goal game. Haringey get themselves on the board. Shouldn't be an icing. It sounded like it hit Beldakos' stick. But in the end, Haringey are going to be judged to have iced it, and back down will go. Breaks through of the Lions, comes out to Rowlands. He'll send one in, blocked aside by Van Mullen. Peters is stuck between his skates. Eventually gets something on it, can't fully force it down into the corner. As Clark tries to dangle his way around as well, can't do so. A great feed and a quick shot, but again, Van Mullen has been tough to beat for the Lions. Oh, it's a great pass down in front, trying to make it a two-goal game again, but this time as Ewan Woodward hits the deck, only aids Van Mullen in covering it up. Hounds with possession, trying to play it down the line. Icing waved off. No, if it gets there, it's blown, and Haringey protest that. And first to it was Haringey. Oh. They'll move it forward this time with no issues. It's a North London side. Missed drop pass there. The kid can't pounce on it. The Hounds looking to tie this up. It's going to be picked up and loose, and the captain Birchnell gets his wheels moving alongside Josh Rowlands. Birchnell for the hat-trick, the rebound just falls the wrong side of Rowlands, and it's stick this side, 3-on-2 potentially, as Orton Shaw sends Kafizov down to the ground, and Novik loses out that 50-50, and the Hounds have to get themselves back on side. Yeats. Down the line to Orton Shaw for the Lions. Laid off to Rushby, all by himself, toe dragging forward. Rushby, oh, it's in! Off the glove, off the post, in the back of the net. And the top point scorer and top goal scorer gets his first goal of the semi-final. Second points of the weekend. And the Lions double the lead once more. Icing given this time, and no arguments from the Hounds bench. Down the length it goes again, no icing though. Peters has it tied up with a Tourism trying to wrestle with him. But the Lions forward too strong. Hacking and whacking. Oh, the Hounds, Vinnikov can't dig that out.
17, Oliver Cooper. Assisted number 34, Ben Melchos, number 11.
Fadievs.
Hounds goal 1, 17.
Round the house as he goes. Now with Stone. Feeding through to Fadievs. Rebound offered up again by Van Mullen, but losing sight of it was Adam Clark. But a brilliant bit of play between Fadievs and Stone. It's turned back across, but the pass from Clark's rushed. Although Haringey returned the favour, this is going to be miles offside, and out back through to the neutral zone they'll go. Couple of handbags behind the play, but it's turned over to Molson. And the range he shot, none of the shots from range have troubled Van Mullen at all. But another one from Molson. Can't be kept in by Molson, a mishandle, and he has to just move it back quickly. Can't get into the zone though, as Beldikos with a quick interception, and McClellan playing a quick one down, can't jump onto it, but Haringey jumping on the pressure, trying to put the Lions on the back foot here. They don't want to make it all comfy for the Nottingham side, and a great 50-50, just can't settle it down again, and Haringey, I feel, aren't far off another goal if they get things right. They're showing the signs, just nothing's connecting properly. Span round, no penalty. It's actually a stretch pass down. Beldacos 1-0 with Harvey Kembry. Beldacos tucks it home. Dangling round Kembry. Well, there were question marks about a potential penalty at one end. But instead, it's turned over. Beldacos with a 1-0. With 6:45 left to play before an ice cut as well. It's a 3-2 game, and well, it could get even more exciting as Powell, it's going to be a tripping call, straight back in. Liam Morton-Shaw's going to go to the box and give the Hounds another power play. Trying to move it quickly again, Haringey. Just not pulling the trigger quick enough. Pow. Centering pass, just misses the control of Kafizov. Pow. Back door wide open. Kembry slow to go post to post. Norvik misses the target though, and Kidd will be able to clear this out, and actually Rushby thinks himself a chance here. Briefly gets the puck, and Birchnell will assist in settling this down. Just clear it down the length of the ice. Rushby digs it out. Good work down at the half board. Smartly down towards Kidd again. The Lions with 3 forwards out there to kill right now. Alfie Stone playing as a defenseman. Tours him to Blackwood. All the way round and out it will come. Vinnikov. Kidd pops a tie. That might open up a bit of a space for Max Vinnikov, but closed down quickly by Birchnell. Back to full strength as out comes Orton Shaw. Benson just keeps it in despite the pressure from the man fresh out of the box. And it tours him, biding his time with 4:20 to go. Blackwood can't get it onto his forehand, still chances from Vinnikov. Trying to be swiped away, he tours him, turning, can't shoot though. Now with Rushby, a bit of space as he'll try and set Birchnell on his way. Birchnell does get there first, chances out in front, but well back checked by Benson. Can't get a clean shot away. And out it comes for Kidd. Lions got to be careful on a change here. Body hitting the deck for Haringey. Stop the heads down play from catching the Lions offside. Orton Shaw. Again trying to find the stretch pass, this time towards Woodward. Woodward Between bodies, he can't get it. Rushby trying to find that centering pass. Still going. He just somehow gets a shot away, trying to pick a corner. Can't do so though. Hard. It's a good hit. Can't turn the puck over lines. Closing down again. It's Woodward. Spotted across towards Fadiev's. Rushby. Again between bodies. Out in front, Rowland sends this back round. 2.5 to play here in the second period. Woodward. Now Kidd. Rushby gains the blue, slowing down again. Rowlands drives forward. Kidd with the option across. They'll send it forth, but these rangy shots, as we said, not troubling Van Mullum enough. Good off the face-off lines, trying to move it too much. Fadiev's brought down, the arm stays down at the referee though. The Lions charging, it's a great pass to spot the move of Alfie Stone dropping into that gap. Rowlands has his stick lifted as he gets it across the lines, can't scramble over each other, and the first time they've really had a rangy shot with someone in front, but Adam Clark can't do anything to help it as it went over the bar. Stone. Parking the bus right now is Haringey. As we'll get a whistle. Cross-checking's the call. And off to the box, it looks to be Adam Clark. Something behind the play. Was happy just to defend for a bit, see off time, get to the period break, get a rest. Fresh ice at the 3-2 game. Final 70 seconds of the period. Lions again on a kill. It's the 6th penalty and 5th power play for the Hounds. Rushby will just loop this all the way down towards Van Mullum. Birchnell chases in. Briefly had it, but he lost sight of the puck, and now down the far wing. Haringey looking to tie it late. Kidd hit long after the puck had gone, but hadn't changed his lane, so no interference. Benson to Blackwood. DMK fundamental back doors there, and again the Lions just collapsing and leaving a gap right on the back post. It's 2 that come from a backdoor play. And Josh Blackwood had gone all the way around for Houses and just appeared and no one had covered him. And with 11 seconds left in the period, Haringey tie it up on the power play. Took them 5 power play attempts. On the 5th one they do score. Rowlands takes a heavy hit, long way offside that looked to be. Nothing given though for Haringey. And that's going to be it then for the period. We're going to get an ice cut. 20 minutes to decide our first finalists. Will the league champions book their spot, or is an upset on the cards? Join us in about 15 minutes time for the third and final period of our first under-19 semi-final of the weekend. Don't go anywhere. Well, a nervy and long wait as they fixed an issue with the goals that we've had all game. But we're ready to get back going. It's the final period. 20 minutes to decide who books their spot in the under-19s National League playoff final. Nottingham Lions took an early 2-goal lead. They're going to get a chance here. Birchnell looking for his hat-trick. Early on, top corner! The Lions lead again! 16 seconds is all it takes this period. It took them 31 in the first. And when it matters most, a slumped-up Lions team fight back and fight back quickly. And Birchnell with a hat-trick on the breakaway. And Haringey, who tied the game up with 11 seconds left in the second, are back trailing again. Birchnell round to Rushby, can't lift the stick of it towards him, got his angle wrong as the Swede gets it back on side, sandwich between bodies, good bit of urgency from the Lions. And Woodward charges forward this time round. Woodward wrapping around, can't centre it though. The Lions want an icing, they'll get the icing. They wasted absolutely no time. Straight off the draw, moving quickly, Lions double the lead! Rushby feeding to the back door and Woodward tucks it home. 2 goals in 58 seconds in the period. And this top line's going to work. Fantastic stuff, and the gap's never been more than 2 in the game, but there we go. They've got it up again. And Haringey backed right up against the wall as the Lions have responded very quickly. Only 2 losses all year. Dominance against Telford in the playoffs. In the quarterfinals, rather. Rowlands plays this round the boards. Clark charges in. Tries playing the hit, but a bit of caution and he hits the deck himself. Clark. Loose one's picked up by Stone. Tries finding Fadievs. That's brilliant work out towards Daniel Fadievs. Taken away, the back door's there, but Clark can't get the shot away. Off the post that time as Yates sent one in from Ray. Round to Birchnell, he'll pick this up and try and move forward. Down towards Yates again. Collected by Rushby though. Woodward's alongside him, trying to make it free. Straight into the chest of Van Mullen though, and contact afterwards. Rushby wanting a penalty, nothing given. Rushby trying to move quickly off the draw, gets it up to Woodward, out of range, it's offside, despite the best efforts of Orton Shaw. Kidd to Rushby. Chasing this in is Birchnell, is going to go for icing though. Woodward. Setting off quickly, centering pass, and Van Mullen scrambling, keeps it out. Line back out for the Lions, moving around with Clark. Now back with Stone. Clark. Great pass across, Fadievs has that, rising off his stick. Out of play it will go. Well, Haringey pull one back. Back to a one-goal game straight away. Woodward forcing Van Mullen to scramble. It's tied it up.
Goal number 4 for Haringey Hounds, score 98,
William Novick getting the 4th goal. One-goal game again.
44 minutes 13 seconds. That's Hounds, goal 98 from 50. That's 4-4, 1-3.
A Kidd. Charging forward again, a two-a-sim this time. Kembry just covers it up, and there's going to be a bad response. The whistle had gone, it would be pushed in, and Vinikov, I don't know if that's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty or not. And because of that, we're going to at least lose the zone. Woodward can't kick that onside, just kept in by a full-stretched Alex Rushby. Great feed there from Blackwood, nearly to the hands of Vinikov, just out of range, but it's in range of Rushby, charging back though, towards him, hurrying forward. Woodward has his stick tied up as a drop pass came to him. Rushby's tied up as a trial trailing one for up towards Birch. No, but out it, well, it won't come as it's great work by Woodward, but it's slow with bodies coming forward for the Lions. Trailing in Woodward this time, point blank range, but Van Mullum again able to keep it out. That's a broken stick, but it still opens up space. Birchnell back to Rushby, can't flick it past, trying to do too much, and Van Mullum's hit the deck. Recovered quickly though, feeding through this time by Kidd, misses the stick of Rushby, and it's cleared out by Blackwood, but straight back with Birchnell. Pushing forward again, Rushby over the bar. Birchnell there for the rebound, but he can't settle it down. Loose in front, and just jumping on that, taking no chances is Van Mullum. And we have 13:29 left to play here in the final period. It's getting tense. Just an issue with the netminder's kit. False start for Haringey. Out towards Rowland, sent in and gloved down as Clark tried the rolling screen. Great work by Fadievs to try and maintain possession. Sent round the houses as Clark's tied up rather awkwardly by Benson. Fadievs though, the D-side Dragons man, gets this moving forward again. So drop round for Stone. Fadievs comes all the way around as let's keep messing with it behind the house. Clark just parked in front here. Fadievs tries going across the top of his own. Peters as well to keep it going. He's strong on the boards as well as he's brought down no call. Down the line, picked up again by Rowlands as he sends this down. Great stick by Alfie Stone, and it's going to create a turnover in a dangerous place as Haringey on a change. Stone trailing in. Rushby kicked aside. And out of the crease again. Third time that's been blown down. Kidd. Cross to Orton Shaw, sent in and bouncing off the corner, not going round. Back with Woodward. Now Rushby. Centering but wide. Orton Shaw hit hard through the boards and, well, that is nasty. That's Ben Belderkos who will go to the box. It's not the first time he's had one like. Orton Shaw's back up to his feet. Just a 2 minute for boarding. So the Lions with another power play. They only have a 1-goal lead. They'll need more to try and see this game to bed in a comfortable manner. Woodward. Round the house he goes, looking to set up. The Lions yet to get a power play goal this game. They've had 3 opportunities before this. Out towards Kidd, missing by a whisker. Just kept in at the blue line, moving back. Birchnell tries to get it across the safety. Rushby's now there, and the net's kicked off by Van Mullen before the shot could come off. And is that going to be a penalty for delay of game? We'll see. Oh, completely denied a goal scoring opportunity there. Is something going to go from it? No, there is going to be a penalty coming up. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call. It's down as number 35. That's Max Van Mullen. So the goalie penalty, a rare sight. It's 5-on-3. Kidd. Fans on that one first time round. Dangling Rushby, a filthy move! Picking a corner. And the Lions back up to a 2-goal lead just before the halfway point of this final period. Well, Beldacos out of the box. We changed, sorry, it's a delay of game for Van Mullum, so it is a delay of game penalty as we suspected. And now they've got basically a minute and a half left of 5-on-4 as well for the Van Mullum penalty. And the Lions bench wanted a slash there as Woodward was hit quite high up.
27, Alex Rushby. 75, leading kick, number 35.
Birchnell, great vision across to Orton Shaw. Seen back on the ice. Birchnell, one-timer, sticked aside by Van Mullum. Kidd. Orton Shaw. Rushby, straight into the chest. And Van Mullum will hold on. Rushby charging in wide the net, and in comes Josh Mirazinski. Van Mullum's time in this game is done. 6-4, still a competitive game, but Lions on the power play against a cold netminder. Haringey have already pulled a 2-goal comeback a couple of times in this game. Perhaps they can't be resigning themselves to victory, to defeat, sorry, and Birchnell out in front. Rips one high. And there's another. The first shot Mirazinski faces. And perhaps the decision, unless there looks to be an equipment issue for Van Mullum. Well, the looks of it. Around the house is taken by Farias, who'll just flip into the opposite corner. And up to a 3-goal deficit now, the biggest it's been all game. Cooper, he has one of the goals, trailing and can't find McClellan.
Goal number 7 for the Nottingham Lions, score number 74, Luke Birchnell.
It's a 4 for Luke Birchnell. Molson, first time has a shot block, second time can't get it towards the net.
31 seconds. It's Lions goal 7, 74 from 27 52. 5-0-3-1.
Molson, great work positioning the body, but it's played all the way down. Now this will be an icing with 8 minutes and 11 seconds left to play here. great on the forecheck, doesn't quite turn it over, putting the pressure on. Missed swipe at Atuazim. Benson sends that one over the bar. Charging in, out of nowhere again, but this time Kembury makes the save. Woodward racing hard. Savvy can't shut him down. Woodward dangling, and a brilliant save by Mirazinski. Just kicking that one out. Blackwood straight into the glove of Kembury, and two good saves at either end of the ice. Rowlands trying to send Rushby on his way. It's a great 50-50 win by Stone. Dropped off and rangy shot there by Clark. Push aside by Mirazinski. Trying to play the body there was Stone, missed it that time round, and Rowlands pins his man up at the boards as the puck's going to get a whistle blown dead. Or blown the play dead, rather, as it had stopped. Woodward. Caught up by the stick of Cooper, still wins the puck back, waiting for Body to drop his sandwich and eats the hit well. Crossed a kid, can't be kept in though, but it's going to be seconds killed off, valuable time as well. All the way around as Mirazinski plays it. Birchnell off a stick of McClellan, so no icing. Cooper quickly taken away from him by Orton Shaw. Wanted to line up the hit there, Cooper, but instead it's going to fall to Rushby, who's charging forward on his forehand. It's Woodward, sorry, and bobbling, nearly put in by his own teammate as Mirazinski tried to cover it up. Beldakos hit by Woodward, perhaps a little bit of something from the Orton Shaw hit his Vale Ice. That with just over 5 minutes and change to play in the final period. Icing called. Hounds aren't happy with it. Great block shot there by Beldakos. Stick lost by Powell in the middle. He's back now with it. Langridge can't get it round to him, and tumbling over Ryan Lee and McClellan are going to tumble over, and a penalty's coming up, and both of them are going to go. I think. Indeed they are. I'll see what the call is. There was a slash afterwards if that's been picked up. Roughing. Roughing for both Ryan Lee and Harris McClellan.
Penalties on both sides. First at Haringey Hounds, number 11, Harris McClellan. And Nottingham, number 91, Ryan Lee. They've both received 2 minutes for roughing. Penalties timed at 55 minutes.
Good work down the boards by Benson, charging in, trying to create a miracle just out of reach is Vinnikov. Heavy touch of Tourism. Nearly brought down by Kidd. Scrambling round is has to be played to safety by Kidd. After leg pad, a shot from Benson. Lifted down, Valent for the ice. Messy change by the Lions, can't get bodies back in time, but instead it's going to be all the way down and picked up by Stoners centering forward. Muraszynski's nearly put that in between his 5-0. Round for Heyman though. Tom Heyman a couple of hat-tricks at Showcase this year. He's only 15 years of age. England under 15 as well. Got a long time left in his under 19s career. It's going to be round again and having to chase onto this. There's Alfie Stone as he turns round his man. Offside. There's going to be a hooking call against Langridge. Not only protests, but that's Darren Tooling, sorry, into the box. Well, short-handed the Lions moving forward. It's Theo Thomas back from injury. He's only played 7 games for both the Lions senior team and under 19s. One of the hottest prospects last year out of injury. We'll get an ozone face-off with 1 minute and 46 left to play.
5-7-0-2. Outside the final 2 minutes of the third.
Norton Shaw trying to get his own back with a little hit there onto a Palczewski. Tidy up out in front as well, and rush B into the final minute. Stretch pass down towards Theo Thomas, and what a welcome back this would be from injury if he could grab one late. Forced wide still. Well, briefly had the puck. But Haringey fought hard. Wasn't enough. It's going to be covered up by Kembury. Straight into the chest of Kembury off the draw, Beldicos. That was another face-off. Going to be one last breakaway chance for Birchnell, pushing forward, waiting for the pass round the house. Is a patient decision, just trying to kill off the time. Why take the risk? Well, as the Lions go back to full strength, the Hounds fought hard, fought back valiantly. Wasn't enough, wasn't to be, and that will be it for league champions are through to the playoff final. As the Nottingham Lions beat the Haringey Hounds 7 goals to 4. Well, it's handshakes and love all around. A nervy game. They will not have their best, and whoever's in the final, which will be decided in our next game with them, will have to be at their absolute best. The Lions will have to find better, as whether it's the Leeds Junior Knights or the Swindon Cougars, they will have to find more, and they should have more to give. But we'll have the trophy presentation for the league championship, and then we'll have our final game of the day. As the Leeds Junior Knights take on the Swindon Cougars in our second under-19 semi-final, due off in 25 minutes time. We'll have the trophy lift, and then we're going to go for a short